Okay, let's talk about those team building games. You know the ones. Have you ever wondered if there's actually a point to them beyond, the slightly awkward introductions? Well, it turns out there is, and it's backed by some pretty surprising science. We're going to dive into how these simple seeming activities can be really powerful tools for building stronger, way more effective teams.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You're in a room full of new faces, maybe a new team meeting, and someone says, it's time for an icebreaker. And let's be honest, a lot of us kind of groan inside. But what if these things are more than just a way to kill time? What if they're actually a crucial first step in building a team that really clicks? You've probably played icebreaker bingo, running around the room trying to find someone who's been to Asia or speaks 3 languages. Or maybe you've gotten into a heated debate over flying versus being invisible in a game of Would You Rather. It seems simple, but it can tell you a lot about what people value. Or, hey, maybe you've tried the 6-word memoirs challenge, trying to boil your entire life story down to just 6 words. It's surprisingly deep. Each of these games, from the super silly to the pretty serious, they all serve a purpose. So it's really easy to just write these off as, cheesy time wasters. But what if they're not? What if there's a legit psychological process happening right under our noses? A process that's actually designed to build a better team, right from the get-go. And that brings us to this really cool concept from organizational research. It's called Project Role Identity. Basically, it's the process of seeing yourself as a real, vital part of the team's mission, not just some person with a to-do list. And it turns out a well-designed icebreaker is an amazing way to kickstart this whole process. Now, this identity thing isn't just one big blob. It's actually built in 3 separate parts. I love this analogy. Think of it as the head, the heart, and the hands. So the head is role cognition. That's all about understanding your job and knowing what skills your teammates have. The heart is role emotion. That's feeling like you actually belong. You're part of the group. And the hands, well, that's role behavior. That's doing the work in a way that actually helps the team win. So here's where it gets really smart. The best icebreakers, they aren't just picked out of a hat. Nope. They are strategically chosen to build up one of those 3 areas: the head, the heart, or the hands. Let's look at a fantastic example to see exactly how this works. Okay, check out this game, Desert Island Intelligences. The setup is your team is stranded and you have to vote someone off the island based on who's most useful for survival. Now, the drama is just for fun. What's really happening is a deep dive into what your team values most when it comes to skills. And this isn't just some random game somebody made up. It's actually built on a really famous foundational theory from psychology. It's a perfect illustration of Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences. Gardner's whole idea was that smart isn't just one thing. We all have different kinds of smarts, from being good with words or numbers to being musically gifted or great with people. So when your team is sitting there arguing about whether the person who's good with their hands, body kinesthetic, is more valuable than the person who understands nature, the naturalistic one, you're doing so much more than just playing a game. You are literally mapping out the collective skills of your team. You're building that head component that's understanding who knows what and what unique strengths you have to work with. A really smart leader can use this whole framework like a toolkit, right? If you want to build the head, you pick a storytelling game like 6-word memoirs to uncover hidden talents. If you want to build the heart, you do something creative together like drawing a hometown map to share personal stories and connect. And for the hands, you bust out a problem-solving challenge like the Marshmallow Challenge to get everyone actually working together on one thing. But listen, choosing the right game, that's only half the battle. The social situation, the context, it has a huge impact on how well it works. Who is actually in the room with you matters just as much as what you're doing. This is something called the authority pressure effect. Just think about your team's group chat for a second. When the boss is in the channel, what's the conversation like? It's probably pretty focused, pretty professional. But what about that side chat you have with just your coworkers? The tone totally shifts, right? It's more social, more personal. That's where the heart component, that feeling of connection, often gets built. And this really gets to the core of it. These games are just structured conversations. As team-building expert Leighton Schlinger says, the real magic isn't in the game itself. It's in the follow-up question. The icebreaker just cracks the door open. The real connection is built when you show you're actually listening. So the next time you're faced with an icebreaker, try to see it differently. Don't think of it as the main event.
See it for what it truly is, a powerful tool. It's the first step in a very deliberate process of shaping your team's identity, how you all think, feel, and act together to go do something amazing. So now that you know the hidden science behind all this, the real question is, what are you going to do with it? What's one small intentional thing you can do today to help build your team's head, their heart, or their hands?